This ant pulling the straw reached to an opening. And when the ant reached the opening, ant wanted to go across. But the ant now reached the opening and the ant can't jump. Oh no. The ant only can crawl. So the ant reached the opening and the ant stopped and see the opening and want to go across. You know what that ant do? Use the straw, push the straw over the opening and crawl on the straw. And when it gets over on the other side, he started to pull the straw again. So he was able to carry the straw. So even though it seemed a burden to the ant, the same burden become a strength, or a passageway, or a stepping stone. So sometimes our burden comes to make us stronger. Our burden comes to give us an edge. Because suppose the ant and leave that straw behind, he wouldn't have anything to cross over on. So sometimes we are running from our situation because our mind tells us that it's too hard, you can't manage. Look how long you have come to church. You know, sister, God not pay you no mind. You know, sister, God not love you. You know, say God not answer your prayer. Look how long you have prayed. And the same thing you have prayed about, the same thing happened. Paul, in one of his writings, says what? I prayed about this condition times and times and times again. And this condition remained with me. And Paul said when he was about to give up, he didn't say the exact words. But he said when he must reach a stage where he almost fed up and said, well, look how long we have to pray about this. But what the Lord turned to him and said, look, my grace is sufficient. It's sufficient. You know, I was listening to a preacher last night, and the preacher, he was giving his testimony, and the preacher was saying how much, you know, he prayed for so many persons, and they get healed, they get deliverance. God works so much miracles in his life. But it comes from a time when his mother was sick. And he prayed. And the mother did not recover. Instead of the mother getting better, she's getting worse. So he asked himself the question, does that mean that I should give up on God? No. Because he sees where God works miracles in his own personal life, and God used him to deliver people. So what he said, he recognized that it is God's time, and God do his will. So even though you might be anointed from head to toe, and you will just blow on somebody and they get deliverance, if it is not in God's will, you could blow till next year. You could pray till next year. You could anoint with olive oil till next year. If it is not in God's will, you're not going to get your deliverance. God's will must be done. And this is what the renewed mind knows. The renewed mind will always pray, let your will be done. It's hard, so it's hard to know that you want a job and you have been praying so hard, so long. You don't miss a service. You don't hold back nothing from God. You do everything. You put in your all. And you still can't get the job. It's not easy. I am going to wait. This is the renewed mind. You have to have a renewed mind to go through these hardships and still determined to hold out. You have to have a renewed mind to be hungry for one whole week and you're not fasting. You're not fasting and you're hungry for one whole week and still come through the church door. And you still clap. And you still sing on the choir. You still play the music. You still do your ushering work. You still teach Sunday school. You still do your job same way with joy. Drop enthusiasm. You still be there, faithful, and you come late because you never eat no breakfast. You still go early, and nobody will know that you never eat no breakfast unless you tell them. Because what? God will sustain you. When Daniel decided that he's not going to mess up himself with the king's meat, and when all the king's people eat the nice meat, and the steak and the oxtail and the chicken and the rice and peas and all these nice food, Daniel decided that he would just eat the pulse and drink water. And at the end of the day, who looked better? Daniel looked better. And to the world, Daniel didn't eat the right food or the best food. But because God sustained, he tells himself, his mind, he conditioned his mind to say, look, after the days are over, it don't matter what I put down here, I know I will still look good. So you have to condition your mind for the situation. So no matter what condition you find yourself in, condition yourself and say, mind, be under control. Stay where you are supposed to stay. Your mind is powerful. It is a gift from God, so use it well. Use it well. Don't allow your mind to be dominated with negative thoughts. Always meditate upon God. This is why you have to meditate upon God daily. And meditating upon God don't mean you're walking and you're shaking and you're in spirit and you can't say good morning in proper English. If you open your mouth to say good morning, it's tongue. That is not what it means to meditate or to walk in the Spirit. But you are there ready, your mind is ready, your mind is focused. Your mind is centered on God. That means if any time you are called upon, you are ready. My former pastor usually says that if you wake him in the middle of the night, he's ready to pray, to discharge, to rebuke, to deliver, because what? He conditioned his mind. His mind is ready. His mind is renewed. So when your mind is renewed, even when you are sleeping, it is on the alert. The 5 wise virgins, they were sleeping, but because their mind was renewed. This is the reason why when the bridegroom knocked, they were able to go out and face and